everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be working with chunky glitters. I'm going to show you how I apply the chunky glitters. We're going to be using baby cakes from Manny Boss. I also use the Manny Boss peel baits. I put 2 coats on my thumb. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I am going to use a cupcake liner to do this. And to clear cap the glitter, we're going to go ahead and use the Triple D clear. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm just going to go ahead and pour the entire thing in the cupcake liner. It just helps me to see all the different shapes it has. So like for example, this one has hexagons and hearts. And then I'm going to use a wooden cuticle tool and move around the glitters. And I'm also going to shake the cupcake liner to kind of bring up the chunky glitters to the surface. Okay, so to start, we're going to take our dip base. I am also using Manny Boss liquids, so we're going to take it and go 3/4 of the way up and all the way down to the free edge, making sure that all the coats are thin and even. Once my coats are even, I'm going to take my thumb and lay it down into the cupcake liner very lightly, and then I'm going to tap off the excess. I'm then going to take that same cuticle tool and press down the larger glitters like where I want them, and then take off any other glitters where they don't need to be there. If there's any spots missing, I then take my dip base and kind of like dab on the areas where I think they would need them. Like for example, this heart needed a little bit more just to stick on. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and tap it on in a different area to add a little bit of glitter and like a chunkier hexagon. Right here, I'm just showing you how I use the tool to basically press down the glitters to make sure that they're flat and flush before I move on to the second coat. Right before the second coat, you want to go ahead and move your glitters around once again. So you're going to use that tool to just basically swirl them around and shake the cupcake liner to bring up any of the chunky glitters that you want for your second coat. The second coat will be a full coat, so you want to go all the way really close to the cuticle area and all the way down to the free edge, making sure the coats are even. Once again, you're going to go ahead and lay your thumb down into the cupcake liner, making sure that you cover that dip base all the way from edge to edge. With that same cuticle tool, we're going to go ahead and move around the glitters to the areas that we want them. We're also going to go ahead and clean up the cuticle area and all your sidewalls. And then we're also going to go ahead and later on and use it to add on any glitters that have missing spots. So right here, I just added a little bit more to my cuticle area because it was looking a little bit see-through. I just added the smaller glitters onto that area. I did clean it up with the cuticle stick again, and then I'm going to go ahead and press down all the glitters right before we move on to our clear. So you want to make sure that you're putting a generous amount of dip base onto your nail, but you don't want to also over flood the nail. You want to make sure that you get any nooks and crannies that the chunky glitter kind of made on its own. So we're trying to get in between those nooks and crannies, but again, we're not trying to over flood the cuticle area. I'm using the pour over method just because it's the easier method, and I also just want to make sure that I cover all of the dip base I just applied. And then I'm going to go ahead and clean up the cuticle area as usual. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to our activator. Now guys, you can put this on your skin, so this is okay to put on your skin. I'm putting a generous amount just because we're going to 3 layers of dip. Plus this is a chunkier glitter, so you're going to need all that activator. So I'm going to go ahead and speed up the file and buffing process. I will have a video later on how I file and buff my nails, so just keep an eye out for that. After you're done filing, buffing, and you're satisfied with the shape of your nail, we're going to go ahead and then put another generous amount of activator onto the nail. And then we're going to go ahead and get our top coat ready. I'm going to use a lint-free wipe after about 30 seconds or so and just wipe off any excess. This is going to prevent the brush from your top coat from hardening. Now you do want to make these coats thin as possible because you don't want to overflood the cuticle or overflood your sidewalls. After about 30 to 45 seconds, when the nail looks a bit textured, you're going to go ahead and go in with the second coat. This coat can be more precise. You still want them thin. You're going to go all the way to cuticle, all the way down to the free edge, and again, you want them thin as possible. Now you can be done there, but I highly recommend this step. This is just to rehydrate your cuticle area. This is the one from Candy Skincare. So there you go. Chunky glitter application using the Manny Boss BB Cakes. And I hope you like it. I can't wait to see you guys try. Bye. See you later.